Hello and welcome back to another video. This is Digital Entrepreneurship 101. My name is Kanyi, professionally known as Miss Kanyi, and I'm here with another video to just give you some tips how to earn and learn on the digital platform. So if this is something that would be of interest to you, or it's something you're in line with in terms of digital entrepreneurship, feel free to join the family by subscribing to the growing channel and like this video and share with your friends as well, your peers and anyone in the corporate space who appreciates digital marketing as a tool for earning or doing business. So as per the title of the subject, today I want to discuss about a tool that has been very commonly appreciated by especially digital entrepreneurs such as myself, especially for effective marketing, and that is ChatGPT. I'm sure that is not a new term for most of you. And I want to discuss some tips that can help you effectively use the tool for your marketing campaigns. So I want to highlight a few tips to effectively use ChatGPT for market research, specifically when you're doing brand campaigns or business campaigns for whatever business or service that, for example, you own or are running for a client. So I wrote some notes down just to guide the process of how I give you this insight, and I'll be referring to them. But I would want to point out that obviously AI, which is artificial intelligence, has become, I think, every digital entrepreneur's new BFF, if I may say so myself. And it is inevitable to, optimize and leverage such tools that exist, such systems and even softwares for better results when it comes to, drawing up campaigns for clients or even for your own business. It is also important to appreciate that such options are available for us, and they make our everyday lives in terms of business and entrepreneurship on the digital space a bit easier, if not very seamless. So it is inevitable for us to discuss how to effectively use these tools for our businesses, and I'm here to just give you a glimpse of what I've been able to find useful when I'm interacting with the system, and this is ChatGPT. So in this video, I will primarily just give you quick, easy tips on how to interact with ChatGPT, as I said, how to, do your search on the platform or on the tool. Then you can try it yourself and see if it works. If you have any questions, please feel free to come back to this video and drop down the comment or the question in the comment section, and then I'll be able to also do my research. Like I said in the beginning, that we are here to learn together and earn together as well. So I am also learning how to, optimize such platforms, and whenever I get some tips or insights, I am here to give you just that, so that you can also try and effect your marketing on this digital space. So number one, I have to highlight that for anyone who has worked in the agency, that conducting market research and competitor analysis is very key. It's actually inevitable for you to do. It's a requirement for you to actually have when you're drawing up a marketing campaign. And this entails just doing a deep dive into the market within the brand space that the business operates, and finding out what, works best practices to optimize for the campaign that you're trying to draw up, or what other people are doing within the same space. And we call that healthy competition, so that you know what gaps are there to be filled, what opportunities are there to leverage, and also how you can effectively use that opportunity to make your campaign or product sell better in terms of communication. And when it comes to competitor analysis, it goes without saying, just knowing or being in the know of what other industry players, who we are calling competitors, are doing within your space or your niche category of the business that you're in, is very important, so that you can know, what works best for them and what would work best for you. So at the end of the campaign, you definitely want to have winning results, or what would call a productive campaign. And to do just that, you want to ensure that from the onset you're doing it right, and that's why market research and competitor analysis are very crucial and critical as you start to do your communication for the campaign that you want to roll out. Just to give you context on how ChatGPT is coming to just salvage the situation some of us have had to undergo. In the recent years, I remember when we were doing campaigns for especially big brands, we had to contract a third-party market research agency that would actually do the research for us, and that would take days, if not sometimes weeks, because they had to do literally a deep dive manual research, if I may call it. And that is what now ChatGPT, especially as an AI, has come to step in the gap for. So nowadays, you don't have to spend hours, for example. Okay, you might spend a few hours, but the results that you're going to get, substitute for days and weeks that you would have otherwise have to have gone to do market research yourself or contracted somebody else to do it for you. And I would want to say that for me, I find it very effective because the results, especially if you do it right, and that's why I want to give you the tips on how to do it right, you find that they are very close to, what you would get from a typical manual market research. So in terms of industry reports, for example, we would have to formulate, very many documents that we then present to client. But now you can have, a maximum 2 slides that showcase what the industry is doing. This is the list of competitors, including their websites, and you can feed that in on ChatGPT and get the results that you almost want, if not absolutely 100% what you need. So with ChatGPT, it's as simple as keying in your business idea, for example, if it's a new product launch or if it's a new communication for an existing brand or business, you simply key in what it is you want to do research for. And then, results pop up and you're able to sieve out what is relevant for you. And I want to give, for example, I wanted to just give context on how to go about it. So let's give an example. You want to launch a new bottled water and you have a new brand name for it, or you're looking for the best brand name for it. So you simply need to just go to ChatGPT. Remember, it's sort of like a platform that you need to log in. So once you're in there, you simply type in, for example, premium water bottled companies in Kenya. Because I'm in Kenya, that's why I'm giving that example. So you will get a list of several, and you can go into detail to sieving out the best performing in their space, or for example, within their brand. So if it's distilled or sparkling, etc. Same example I will give, for example, if you're launching, say, a new toy product, for example, learning toys, you can simply just go into that category and key in the specific. So one key tip that I would want you to take note of as you use the platform or the tool is it is very human-like, if I may say so. So you want to interact with it. It's an artificial intelligence system. So you want to interact with it as if it was a fellow human being you're talking to. So one thing you want to actually make it give you better results in is typing in, like I said, very specific keywords and key phrases for the product or the campaign or communication that you want. So you say, for instance, in the context of a bottled water brand, you can say, please give me suggestions, or please give me ideas of bottled distilled water companies in the country that you're in, for example, in Kenya, where I come from. And ChatGPT will generate and formulate for you a list, endless list. So you can go into the specific of, if you want very niche, you can actually sieve out and say, please give me top 5 category of bottled water brands that are in Kenya. So it does exactly that, and that's the beauty of it. For some reason, it will just give you, I think because obviously of the keywords and search optimization that those brands will have done on their end, it makes it easier for ChatGPT to artificially give you the almost 99% correct answers as to what you're looking for. But remember, the one tip that I've mentioned that is very key is putting in the correct or almost very specific keywords and key phrases as you do your search. Another tip is, or another effective way of using ChatGPT for your market research is literally just, for example, if you want to conduct a survey using questionnaires, so you can ask ChatGPT, believe it or not, to generate or formulate questions, and you can be as specific as 10 questions, 5, or even more than that, and it will give you the questions within the category that you want. So you can say, please give me 15 questions within the bottled water companies that I can use for a new communication campaign. Then you can use those questions to conduct your research. You've seen some pop-ups on even YouTube giving you survey questions as to, have you had this brand? Have you ever interacted with this brand? On a scale of 1 to 5, how would you rate this brand? So such questionnaires that these pop-ups come from is literally ChatGPT. Okay, ideally in the past, what we have been doing is gathering our thoughts together, for example, as a team, and coming up with, putting ourselves in the consumer shoes and wanting to know what the consumer would want to be asked. So then you formulate questions from that. But now with ChatGPT, it goes ahead to think for you almost and give you those questions that you can then use to do your survey, which is ideally the digital marketing research that everyone wants to do. In terms of competitor analysis, you can again go ahead to sieve out specifics. Again, you can say, please, and this is to ChatGPT, please give me 5, for example, 5 or 10 competitors or brands within this particular category and what they are doing in terms of communication and marketing. So it will give you ideas and sometimes links to what they have already done in terms of marketing campaign. Again, using the right terminologies when you're doing your search better enhances your results. So tried to come up with keywords and key phrases ahead of you using ChatGPT for search research, because again, you want very specific and targeted kind of responses. Don't forget, like I said, most of the results will be almost very mainstream. So using very targeted questions when you're keying in on ChatGPT will help you get better results. And then you can use those results further to see what kind of questions, for example, you can key in again to get the right communication that you want for a specific product or brand. And speaking of keywords and key phrases, you can actually suggest this is very interesting. You can either suggest or you can ask for suggestions, effective keywords and key phrases to use for your marketing campaign for your bottled water brand. And it will give you a ton of keywords and key phrases to use to actually do now your search on the same platform. That's how cool I find it. And that to me is very effective when it comes to market research, because it almost makes the process very seamless. Assuming you don't really understand what keywords and key phrases are, these are just specific words that, for example, if it's the bottled water brand that I'm talking about, so distilled water brands in Kenya is a key phrase. Distilled water is a keyword, for example, or water bottles, for example, is a keyword. So you can do your research on better keywords and key phrases understanding, and Google offers that. But also ChatGPT would gladly also give you, like an orientation to what those are. So feel free to hop on the tool and try and, do some tests and see what it generates for you. Last but not least, I have mentioned this in passing. It is very important to always remember ChatGPT is like a fellow. So it is better for you when you actually interact with it as such. So when you're doing your market research, the kind of tone you even impose on the tool will help you get better results, because it will understand somehow, because of its artificial intelligence, that you are trying to be as authentic as possible in your market research, and you're not also a bot trying to get on the platform to see what it can do. So using words, for example, like please suggest slogans, best slogans or winning slogans for a bottled water campaign brand. It's very lengthy, but those tones and connotations here and there get picked by the tool and the system, which help better generate the results from what I have experienced. So you try that and let us know if it worked for you. As for me, I think that is one effective tip that I've found to enable me get better results on ChatGPT. So overall, the tips that I have suggested for you is ensuring that you use correct, catchy, and very targeted keywords and key phrases to get better results for your communication, and also humanizing your tone as you do your search, which better enables the platform or the tool or the system, however you like to refer to ChatGPT, to give you precise research on whatever it is that you're looking for on the platform. And with that, I hope that this video will help you better interact with the OpenAI ChatGPT platform, tool, system, and that you get better communication and research for whatever brand campaign or product that you're doing research on. And if you like this video, again, like I said from the beginning, feel free to join the family, subscribe. It will help the channel grow. Like and share with your peers, your friends who are in the digital marketing space, or those who would want to, get some knowledge on how to use ChatGPT. These are effective ways I have found myself. Feel free also to suggest other interactions and tips that if you have used ChatGPT already, that could help us and our following, so that we can also try them out, and if they work, I'll probably do another video on the same. That's it from me. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. See you on the next one.